This week, the gold market had a really nice bull run, and then towards the end of the week, it sold off tremendously. So as we can see here on the weekly time frame, we can see this huge wick. And I'm pretty sure this is because the market is now divided, especially because there has been talks about the government shutdown ending. There's just some paperwork that needs to be worked out. And then there's also the decision for December as to whether or not they will cut the rates or keep them the same. And usually when rates are cut, that means that gold will soar. So in this video, we're going to talk about our game plan for this upcoming week, especially because there's a lot of uncertainty inside of the market. And I want to make sure that you are as prepared as possible going into this week, especially with price action looking the way it does right now. So if you were like me this past week and was able to catch at least a couple moves on this market, then congratulations, because if we look at what happened last week, I mentioned that my bias was mostly bullish, and that's exactly what happened. Even though we got a huge sell-off today, which is Friday, right now when I'm recording this, you all will see it on Saturday, you notice that price did push up tremendously. So let's go ahead and take that idea and run with it. Let's see what the candles are telling us for this upcoming week. So right now here on the weekly time frame, let's go ahead and call out these levels. Right now we have the very top of this market sitting at 43.81. Next, I have another level sitting here at 43.11. Next, we have a level that is sitting here at 42.04. My next level is going to be 41.56. And then this yellow level right here is sitting at 4,057. My next level that I'm looking at is 39.29. And next, we do have this level here at 38.95. And then I'll probably go down a little bit further on this chart because we have seen a massive sell-off this past week. So this level is sitting at 37.96, along with this level here at 37.60, and then the next level at 37.22. And that's probably as far as I will go for this week. So let's go down to the daily. And if you're looking for a way to understand the gold market and any market, also gold and options, then you must join the Profitable Traders Academy because the price will increase December 1st. I'm providing so much value. People are seeing gains in as little as a few weeks inside of the markets that they choose to trade. I am there live twice a week, helping the students be able to be better inside of the market. And recently inside of the group, we had someone that recently made $11,000 on a trade. I did the technical analysis on a call. He said it played out exactly how I said it would play out, and he used the things that we have talked about in order to hold the trade and take profit. Very proud of him, very proud. So if you want results like that, go ahead and go to LaKieshaTrades.com and check out this website. If you're newer in your journey and maybe you just want to start off, kind of ease your way into understanding the markets, then go ahead and check out the Trading Launchpad. This is going to help you be able to take your first confident trade in the live market in 30 days or less. So go ahead and join that. And I also show up live every single week inside of this group, helping you with understanding the markets much better. So that is going to be at thetradinglaunchpad.com. I'll see you there. Looking at the daily time frame, we do have the levels that are nicely lined up. We have this that we marked off weeks ago, or that we can see that price respected this very, very well. So we can also see that here on the daily time frame, we have this level sitting here at 42.04, and price action from this past week respected this level very well, creating a lower high here and then pushing the market down a little bit more. We also see this level here at 4,058, and we can see that price also respected this level as well, rejecting the zone and then closing a little bit higher, or at least getting ready to close, because we do have 7 minutes and some seconds left on this candle. But more than likely, since there's low volume right now, it's going to close around this area. So let's go ahead and take a look at these other levels. So this was a blue level that I marked off. Basically, it's just a minor level for me when I marked this off. And you can go back in other videos and see exactly why I chose this. But right now, it seems to be be holding. So we're going to keep that. I do have some minor levels in here we will get rid of because we're going to have new, actually I'm going to get rid of this as well. We're going to have new market structure that we could use in order to guide our trades for this upcoming week. So nothing I really want to change here on the daily. Let's go ahead and go to the H4. All right, so here on the H4 time frame, we can see very clearly that I do have an alert right here. So let me just go ahead and move this level up just a little bit. So that way it is sitting quite nicely. You can see it sits right here on top of these. Even if I wanted to, I can move it up here. For right now, let's just move it all the way to the top. I'm setting this level at 42.40. At this point, we can see we have a resistance, a support, and then a break. So this is looking good. Let's go back and look at our other levels. Okay, everything else is looking good. So we want to make sure that we focus on this week's data and how it aligns with the levels that we've drawn, because this is going to be the new data that we need to focus on. So let's go ahead and go down to the H2 level before we get into our game plan. All right, so things are looking quite good. There is some consolidation in here. I do remember this on a call we had on Sunday. Somebody was asking me about this and I said, wait for this candle to close before you enter the trade. And this market just took off right after that. So definitely a really good call there. And I'm looking at these levels. I may not want to draw anything here on the H2, but I may want to on the H1. So let's go there. Now, right now, this price action that I'm looking at is in a consolidation. And sometimes it can be kind of hard to find levels. So what I'm looking for is this low and this high. And I do see price came back to this level. So I will mark off this level just using a trend line. And this is sitting at 39.75. And then same with here, because what I'm noticing is that sometimes this gold market, it will do a deep retracement, but sometimes it'll do somewhat of a shallow retracement. And I just want to have levels in order to take trades from. So same with this level right here. And I'm going to drag this all the way over. Look how that lines up. That is sitting at 41.03. And that is just beautiful. Okay, let me save that. All right, cool. So this is looking really good. So now that we're on the H1 time frame, I want to come up with my game plan for this upcoming week, because we had a lot of market structure that was being respected. We had levels that was being respected from levels that we drew last month. So that is the importance of understanding how the charts move, how to draw up your charts in order for you to be able to have levels that still hold weeks and even months later. So right now, I do see this candle is closing. There's really no decision about this candle that I can make until it actually closes. The market will be closing in a little bit, so all good there. So looking at this resistance and looking at this support, this is definitely the basis of one of my first ideas for this market. So the first thing I'll be looking for, of course, is going to be a breakout here above this level that we drew at 41.25, and then a breakout to the downside below 4,058. And that doesn't mean that I'm looking to immediately take a sell. It could be a good selling opportunity because we do have a support here, and if it breaks, it could mean an opportunity to go lower. So especially because the market sold off so much, so it's definitely not out of the question. So one thing I do want to pay attention to are these wicks over here, especially this really long one. And the fact that price did reject a couple of times from this zone really has me pausing and just making sure that I don't hop into a sell too quickly just because it broke support. I want to see it clear the zone first. And I drew this level at 4,033. So I'm going to move this below here. So the first idea, obviously, is going to be to the upside, like I talked about before. So moving about 500, wow, this is huge, 527 pips from here to here. And then the second idea that I just mapped out, since the momentum has been quite bearish these past couple of days, going from this point to right here, and this is over 1,000 pips. So it will be insane for price to actually do that. Also looking left, looking at the support that I drew right here around 39.75. So that's going to be an area where price, at least for me, the way I'm looking at this, could potentially bounce off of and then maybe go up, or it can continue to push through. I mean, we just have to look at what the momentum says at that time inside of the market. Obviously, a lot of things that are happening inside of the economy will gauge whether or not gold will continue to push up like it was before, and this is just a correction. That's what I believe. Or it can continue to sell off, making even deeper retracements and And as long as it maintains mostly bullish market structure, then I expect to continue to buy this market. So this is my analysis for this upcoming week. If you found this helpful, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel so that way you don't miss any other amazing videos that I post here. There's going to be some videos on the screen. Make sure you check those videos out in order to help you become a strong and profitable trader, and I'll see you there.